Can an apathetic sucker still be taught to give a fuck if all the bullshit he puts up with still results in gaining nothing but destruction of his trust and reduction of his structure? Although it's hard to puncture, outer shell is cut and ruptured, so he falls in dysfunction as the cold runs amongst him. Used to have a heart of gold, but now resembles tungsten. Target of assumptions, all based upon instruction that was given in discussions where the speakers value bluffing. Possibly monogamy has bothered me for honestly a lot of weeks. A lot of sleep is lost for what I gotta be, and probably the cause of all the problems that I solved is a karmatic response that's needed to be absolved. I'm appalled at the fall of all of those who were called to struggle upside the wall and kept the speed at a crawl and then eventually stalled. How weak is their resolve? You can push them up a hill and they'll roll back like a ball. But those who sink their claws, accept their scars, embrace their flaws and make it a part of their art. Whatever it may be, it will go so hard, and work pays off when you work with your heart. So just keep your mind in charge, or the outside will barge in, bright like a spark, making light in the darkness. Time has no harness and spreads out the farthest. You know you won't always be starving. But can an apathetic sucker still be taught to give a fuck if all the bullshit he puts up with now results in gaining something like a puzzle piece of stuff into a space to gather dust for so long that it made the edges of the frame rust? Now complete the function and pass a last judgment. That slow cold heart starts to beat like percussion, heats up like lust and brings in a rush. Peace is now a must with so much time spent fussing. Didn't come for the money, didn't come for the fame. I came cause I was getting fucked and never getting paid. Cause sitting on the bench will leave you staring at the game, just wishing that you was given a position to play. And I envision the day that I could finish the race and settle all of my disputes without a fist to the face. Cause I was given some grace when I was given a taste of how decisions can change, how much you get to sustain. So my mission remains, I keep my fist up and raised through the blizzard and rain. I keep my wrist tough and straight, use the wisdom I gain to stay swift in my pace. And I wisely decide which ripples become waves, simply because blame is individually placed when everybody in plain sight had a part to play. So low is where I lay, so low is how I play. Don't focus on restraints, keep your focus on your fate. Cause if an apathetic sucker can be taught to give a fuck when all the bullshit he puts up with just results in him erupting into pieces. Now construction of his thesis can be funded, only he can be the one to reach the sun and teach the subject. It's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life. So don't let some bad news disturb your purpose in light of this great circle of life. Just keep observing your right, cause it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life. So don't let some bad news disturb your purpose in light of this great circle of life. Just keep observing your right, yeah, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, it's the circle of life, this is the circle of life. So don't let some bad news disturb your purpose in light of this great circle of life. Just keep observing your right.
You know, nowadays, most of the people that I meet claim to be sane, have their feet planted in the planet. But all the actions that I see made always seem to explain how they took their time for granted. In a minute's worth, you could learn truth, you could learn proof of the screws that came loose. You could learn what to do when you're going through hoops, just as long as you move when you're prompted to. In a minute's worth, you could learn love, you could learn trust, you could learn fucking disgust. You could learn how it feels to get punched in the gut, hit flush, roughed up, how it feels to be cut. In a minute's worth, you can believe that you will end up being everything that you dream. Because a minute is a beautiful thing when you take the time to see what time brings. In a minute's worth, you could learn pain, you could learn hate, you could learn why you relate to everything you ever heard about, wanting the gates to open up and let you contact heavenly grace. In a minute's worth, minimum wage could be the one thing keeping you from going insane. People in the world boil up the blood in your veins, and then you find out that you and them are one and the same. In a minute's worth, you can get played, you can get straight, taking out the game, you can break. Everything could be replaced with a bad situation so fast you just want a safe place to pray in. In a minute's worth, you can get burnt, you can get turned around and actually learn something. In a minute's worth, you could hear a verse in a song that reverses the course that you're on. In a minute's worth, you could hit them where it hurts if revenge is the drink that you quench your thirst with. But don't stop to think for a second that you'll never be neglected when the devil rolls out his hearses. Personally, I prefer my purpose to surface, otherwise I would feel worthless and curse these blessings that I've had on earth since my birth. And I've learned that's just how the world twists. Earl, this is the way of the world, curl this, hurl it, and hopefully the crash will make the world split. Cause I've been getting real tired of the world shitting on me, never telling knowing how to find where the pearl sits. And a minute's only 60 seconds, about enough time to take 18 breaths in and blow 19 out. So stress is like a self-prescribed suicide death sentence. There, I just said it, of course I meant it. I'll always represent it, but I never want the credit. My goal is just to meditate at home, self-medicate my dome. Foes try to take my time, but I don't let them. Everybody gets one chance that we know of, and I don't mean YOLO, that's some hoe stuff. Running with the bolo will get your toe stubbed. I'm the prime witness, and I shot the close-up, so I knew what I was doing when I stood and spoke up. And the clock on the oven read 11:01. It only took a minute till he put down the gun, and I didn't lose my friend, no one lost a son. Time is taken as such a commodity, but didn't we invent the calendar's conceptual policy? We all abide and call it freedom, all the while we fall and seem to crawl beneath the hologram of God that we've been all deceived to think was keeping all the secrets. Really, they were all revealed to people who resolved the feelings deep within to keep them sinning. Keep it in a tight circle, fuck that, let it shine. In a minute's worth, you just heard how I feel inside. I deliver rhymes, play verbal rhythm lines, and try to think of how to save with the killer's mind. But I'm still defined by the results of my will to climb fully in my sights, and I'll pull. Because I've learned in a minute's worth, you can make your first and worst mistake hitting the brakes. So don't hesitate when you step to the plate and swing away, cause when it flies it'll feel so great. Now look to the skies and see the fruits of your labor. The funny thing, the same thing is seen by your neighbors. We all work for the same thing, favoring the same dream, peace in a minute to savor. So all the happiness, apathy, and anger that'll hit you in a minute when you win or in danger is a symptom of the critical decisions that you made. And when you pay the consequences, you'll be lifted from the grave. I'd love to celebrate with my whole entire race. Human beings, one and all, lift the whole entire place. Drop the veil and see the whole entire face. Stop being frail and behold a higher place. Cause I'd love to celebrate with my whole entire race. Human beings, one and all, lift the whole entire place. Drop the veil and see the whole entire face. Stop being frail and behold a higher place. I'd love to celebrate with my whole entire race. Human beings, one and all, human beings, one and all. Horizen, came to break the mic on this beat again. I come to spit truth sweeter than a honeycomb. I'm not telling jokes, I done broke my funny bone. Plus I wrote 100 poems and devoted them to growing. Now I'm mowing down opponents, energizing bunny mode. Can't slow my fucking roll, I'm too unpredictable. Hand holding on to mind, body, soul, and never fold. I get so hot that I'm cold when I'm not in control of my thoughts, so I mold them into eye-popping vocals. Look at me when I talk, fix your bifocals. Don't speak English, mira mi a los ojos. Cuando te estoy hablando, bilingual combo wanted like a white Sancho. Pronto, hurry up and slip into that poncho. My chatter in a splatter brain matter when I drop notes. Got dope, potent pronouns I picked up from the ups and downs. I ain't here to fuck around, shout it out because I'm proud. Being real with the things coming out my mouth. This is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Talk is cheap, but I think it still counts if your word holds up to the work you put down. No fertilizing curses causing first degree burns. I wanna turn the tables back like a track in reverse. I show no mercy, but I show love first, like a sweet old lady with a gat in her purse. Being real with the things coming out my mouth. This is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth. This is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth. This is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth. This is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Now music can be so therapeutic when confusing the conclusions of your life's great movements. We pursue and rise through just to prove that what we're doing isn't screwing up our view, cause we can't stand losing. But it's true that we do stray away from the truth when we play by the rules that we make in our youth. But today we can soothe all the pain we've induced if we save with the fruits that we gain from our roots. So if the roof is on fire, let that motherfucker burn. If we done got it that hot, then that's what we deserve. Jumping off and popping with the bass and the treble. Got it so hot, the only one who's jealous is the devil. Fuck rocks, I'm trying to flip a boulder from a pebble. With the heart of gold comes the fist of a rebel. I use a street light to show my manifesto, coming at you like a motherfucking rude boy special. And I don't give a fuck what it looks like, just because they dimly lit the water with the book light. Nowadays gotta know the bait is hooked right. Take what anybody has left and watch them hook right. Now stand like a man in a hood fight, passing out hands that attack like a wolf fight. You may crash, impact like a hoof strikes ground. Be proud cause you're bound for the good life. I wanna dedicate my high score, yo. Shout out to the motherfucking 940. Spread out the map, put a dent in that hoe. DENTO, and ready to flow. So when the sun goes down in the south, just look to the horizon and blow out a cloud. Not trying to lie, that would just be foul, yo, but hopefully by now you can figure it out. Being real with the things coming out my mouth, this is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth, this is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth, this is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Being real with the things coming out my mouth, this is just a little bit of what I'm all about. Before we made the jump to blast off, we were held back by some things that we now laugh off. Last cough rather than last laugh, sailing out the aftermath of the past. The time it come to cast off, time to take this cast off, time for us to cast out, time to one man show it, time to take the cast out, time to take the trash out, rip the bag and lash out, understand the path now. Your path now shows a version of you, built up by the things you heard of and worshipped and chose to curse in your youth. Changed by the ways that you came up after school, and mixed with the pace that you set to take the truth and accept it, not neglected but perfected in you. The only message in my lesson book is how to pursue. Sometimes we gotta rest and let our stamina renew. Review the map and set a course and press A to continue. I'm not playing Nintendo rising these game prices do. Just saying sinful moons will sell fear too. All it takes is looking up at the wrong light and you're screwed. Turn into a beast and have your tail lost like the swoop of a blade. No armor covers the weakest part of our exterior cartilage, torn and ripped apart with everything that we are and everything that we're not. Used against us, but we're proud of who we are and what we've got. But before we made the jump to blast off, we were held back by some things that we now laugh off. Last cough rather than last laugh, sailing out the aftermath of the past. The time it come to cast off, time to take this cast off, time for us to cast out, time to one man show it, time to take the cast out, time to take the trash out, rip the bag and lash out, understand the path now. Your path now is a question of fate, because we place it in the tools we choose to use to seal our fate. But at the end of the day, when all the games are erased and reset for the next, what will we have to say for all the credit that we think that we deserve? I give credit to the work that matches up with prior spoken words. It's hard avoiding dirt, analyzing self-worth, but the pity that you'll gain from the crowd will make it worse. So keep on chasing your dreams. Stagnation will keep you back pacing and racing the wrong teams. We're basically all seeing if we could just stop being so dependent on the rest of our environment, agreeing with our views and believing what we do. Everybody has their own path to walk, and so do you. Only we can make the move to extend our reach through all the limits that we place upon ourselves, and that's the truth. Because before we made the jump to blast off, we were held back by some things that we now laugh off. Last cough rather than last laugh, sailing out the aftermath of the past. The time it come to cast off, time to take this cast off, time for us to cast out, time to one man show it, time to take the cast out, time to take the trash out, rip the bag and lash out, understand the path now. Before we made the jump to blast off, we were held back by some things that we now laugh off. Last cough rather than last laugh, sailing out the aftermath of the past. The time has come to cast off, time to take this cast off, time for us to cast out, time to one man show it, time to take the cast out, time to take the trash out, rip the bag and lash out, understand the path now. Your path now.
Yeah, Chrome, YB, Miscellaneous, Montana Tracks. I'm fed up with it. Street talk.
Them niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. Whenever you're down. Niggas ain't really your niggas, if you're broken, they ain't around. Never around. And them niggas ain't really your niggas, if they get cut off and they snitch. Them niggas ain't really your niggas, if they wanna fight over bitches. Them niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. Whenever you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas, when you're broken, they ain't around. And them niggas ain't really your niggas, if they get caught up and they snitch. And them niggas ain't really your niggas, if they wanna fight over bitches. Be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your niggas. Better watch out for that nigga that's with you. Cause the niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas when you're broken, they ain't around.
That is not your nigga, probably not your partner, he'll be the one to get you. I'm a hood nigga, I'm from North Memphis, but the watch I got is presidential. So I pull up on them, let the seat back, start spraying bullets out the window. I don't trust a nigga, I'm like fuck a nigga. If my bread shout, then I'ma kill him. I'm like fuck him, whoever I with him. I got enough bullets to fight all my victim. I can't trust nobody, my hitters, some killers. I live in the jungle with Ace and Gorilla. Straight from the jets, I was born with a pistol. They thought I was gone, but I'm back with a missile. 10 years later, look cross to that nigga. Ay, peso my hitter, my nigga. They thought I was gone. Them fuck nigga wanna see me die alone. But I'm bustin' till my casket, I can't die alone. Give me my kush, my twin 40s in my styrofoam. So tell the plug to make the play, and I'm going long.
Them niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas when you're broken, they ain't around. And them niggas ain't really your niggas if they get caught up in this snitch. And them niggas ain't really your niggas if they wanna bite up a bitch. So be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your nigga. Better watch out for that nigga to switch. Cause the niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas when you're broken, they ain't around.
Not your bitch, probably not your hoe. She'll be the one to get you. You in love with her, I don't love with her. I just fuck the bitch and I bench her. She a thought box and I peep that. And I swear to God, I remember. You either fucking with me or you ain't, bitch. I can care less about your issues. I'm like, fuck her, whoever came with her. Cause I'm not a sucker, keep toe with my brother. My house is the trap and I came from the gutter. Diego, he love me, my hitter, my brother. Click is the shit and we back with the shit. Give us a front, we run out with your bricks. These suckers be talking, not talking about shit. When they serving the city, them niggas gon' shit like damn. Them fuck nigga wanna see me go to jail. That nigga that say he real be the one to tell. Give me my time, I commissary till I make my bail. So tell that rat he gon' be dead before I hit the cell, yeah.
Them niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas when you're broken, they ain't around. And them niggas ain't really your niggas if they get caught up in this snitch. And them niggas ain't really your niggas if they wanna bite up a bitch. Be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your niggas. Be careful who you call your nigga. Better watch out for that nigga to switch. Cause the niggas ain't really your niggas, they can't pick you up when you're down. And them niggas ain't really your niggas when you're broken, they ain't around.
Check. Look, the devil planted food inside the fat babies. I walk around chest out like my dad raised me. Once I get the throat, I'm ghost.
Pat Swayze,
Doom buggy, mud on the tires.
Brad Paisley,
Late night quesadillas out of side proceeders. Fresh pineapple flown in from private beaches. 24-hour high from $10 edibles.
y'all spending $40 a day on the original.
Drug habit always been economic friendly. I'm putting cash away for a salvage title Bentley. Label mates done shows are made to 800. It still won't hesitate to raise a blade.
Something,
$150 Malaysian plane, David Blaine.
something,
Dana Dane chain, big ego.
Dave Ruffin,
Look, I could have been something in life, but I was more comfortable in bed, fucking your wife. Blaze. Keep it rolling.
keep it rolling.
Strictly for Monicas who celebrate Hanukkah and blow dick like a harmonica. Strictly for Monicas who celebrate Hanukkah and blow dick like a harmonica. Strictly for Monicas who celebrate Hanukkah and blow dick like a harmonica.
Devil's on my side, I'm just a passenger. As I blow up the stage,
Boston Massacre.
sick of this Corolla. Rather be in an Acura, intoxicated till my last day on this calendar. Dodge these bullets, I'm your challenger. Cops kill an innocent kid.
Point your camera.
Jesus Christ, will as fuck,
So is Santa.
my presence stealing Christmas.
Tony Danza.
John Stamos, full house, your lame-os. Drawn like dangos, leave stains on your raincoat. Catch a red-eye flight back,
No Kano.
for that water boy, big show.
Captain Insano.
3 gram blunt in the flavored mango. Chain show drunk again like Shane Ho. Peeps the lingo. Ultimate catch, Ocho Cinco for the low. I go Debo, sleep slow, aim for the back of your head. 8 Lincoln, scatterbrain when I'm high as fuck. I'm Jesse Pinkman.
Strictly for Monicas who celebrate Hanukkah and blow dick like a harmonica. Strictly for Monicas who celebrate Hanukkah and blow dick like a harmonica.